Welcome to Marshal Matters, your podcast for all things motorsports from the trackside. With Sean and Taylor, your friendly local marshals. New year, new podcast, Taylor.
New year, new podcast. It's like a new identity.
It
a
is.
Rebirth.
It's like a rebranding completely. And this is Marshal Matters, our newest podcast where we're going to talk about motorsports all through, I guess, the lens of being marshals.
Yeah.
And how we see it, the things we like, things we don't. We can have more of our stories of being at the track and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So this is going to be a new experiment, just the two of us doing this. And we'll see how this one goes. We're still going to have Steven on doing like live streams and stuff, I think, this year. So try to
stay tuned to our channel. So we're, as part of this new podcast, we're kind of rebranding. So we'll have other things that people can tune into. So really kind of keep your eye on the channel for new stuff.
So what you're supposed to be saying is, yes, give us a like, subscribe, keep with us. We're going to have more stuff coming out this year. We're going to be trying doing live streams as well, doing some, I guess, iRacing or other sim racing stuff, plus talking everything with motorsports, giving our feedback, our opinions on things, and stories, I guess, from our life of the track, which isn't going to happen for a while because it is still the middle of fucking winter here.
Unless you're one of those people that travels down to Daytona, which I have done in the past. And honestly, with the weather that we've had, I kind of would love the sun. But also, there's like pros and cons. There's pros and cons.
Yeah, it's like, what would you rather have? Would you rather have the sun? Would you rather have the ice? Oh, is that too on the nose? Oh, I'm sorry.
Ice, both sides of the border.
Yeah.
And one doesn't melt away.
Ooh. Yeah, I'm not. I unfortunately will not be making it down, and neither will you. And I don't actually think anyone from up here is actually going down.
I think maybe one Marshall that we know went down from the track.
That is nothing.
I think.
We used to have way more.
Yeah, I know.
Like 6 to 12 guys going
6.
down every year?
Yeah, and I think it depends too on where. Daytona is such a big trek, right? It was a 13-and-a-half-hour car ride just to Georgia, and then
Florida is the other 11 hours.
Oh gosh. It was so long. It was, and being the only girl in that car was a lot.
I can imagine. With those gentlemen, idiots. I can see how that would be a little much.
It was a lot, but I mean, it was a great time. But typically, I think with Daytona, it's such a massive expense for us. And we're not getting paid to be there. It is all vacation really. So you're paying for the RV. You're paying for, all your food. You're paying for, except actually they do really good catering in the States for marshals, I will say. Really good catering.
I'm just saying, CTMP got new ownership. Maybe we're going to have a bigger budget for our food.
Oh my gosh. You're right. Okay, we're going to get to that. We're going to get to the new owners of CTMP because it's been a while since we've talked to everybody. So there's kind of a lot that we could get through. Some big news items. Kind of looking at what's ahead for racing.
Part of our big thing with this podcast, we're going to have a little more segmented sections, actually more geared in the world of, I guess, marshalling. Obviously, we'll talk about what's going on in the world of racing. We're going to be giving our green flags, our yellow flags, and our black flags of the week. We have our hot laps, which is our hot take of the week. And, just general news and other things that are going to come up. But generally, every single week, we're going to be trying to give our green flags, yellow flags, and black flags where they apply. But before we get into that, let's start with just some basic. Let's be excited because Daytona starts this week. Like, we have the Roar this week.
The Roar before the 24.
We have cars on track.
Yep.
As we here are fans of, I guess, pretty much most North American racing, I would say. IMSA, NASCAR, IndyCar, and we'll obviously talk F1 because that's, I feel, your bread and butter.
Yeah, mostly. But, well, I don't know. I'm really trying to diversify.
Technically, you want to say, like, 2026 racing season already started with Formula E, but, like...
Oh, nobody pays attention to that, do they? Is that still... At this point, is it still a thing?
It is still a thing. You can't...
Does anybody watch it?
Yes, there still is a following. Don't besmirch the people that like Formula E, okay? We're trying to gain listeners, not push them.
Okay, I'm not saying if you watch Formula E, boo on you. Honestly, good for you if you watch Formula E.
If you watch Formula E, she's
truly
in your sleep. She's like,
I will not. Excuse me. I'm very nice. Anyway.
Sound the vacuum cleaner of a car.
Okay, so yes, we're 1 week away from the 24-hour of Daytona. I think by far one of
Roar is this weekend. Then the next weekend
Roar
is
24. This weekend. Yes.
So we have a week and a bit, almost 2 weeks.
A week and a bit.
Next week.
So we're almost a week away.
Next week we'll talk Daytona. And specifically the 24. But on the bright side this week we have the Roar, which is
what even is the Roar?
VP and Michelin Pilot Challenge.
Right.
Which are good series. They're fun. They're basically the lowest level IMSA series.
Yeah. I will say that the Michelin Pilot Challenge is very often
underrated?
A fantastic race. It's underrated and it's usually really, really, really good. There's a lot that happens. You get a lot of on-track action. I think wasn't last year a disaster?
For which? Like the race at Daytona or like for us at CTMP? Us at CTMP, Michelin Pilot Challenge was a disaster. They were into the fence.
I thought at Daytona there was also quite a lot of incidents.
The one I remember last year from Daytona was the MX-5s wrecking coming to the green flag.
Oh my gosh, maybe it was that. I swear there was something in Michelin Pilot last year too.
I mean, probably.
2025.
I think Pilot is probably one of the most underrated series in IMSA. And
agreed.
The most fun about the cars in Pilot Challenge is they're all like really recognizable. Like your GT4 cars look like, your brands. Like a Mustang looks like a damn Mustang, not like a NASCAR Mustang. You know what I mean? Or it's a Mustang. But then you also have your TCRs, which are basically just all of your sedans. So it's a fun series. If you're not watching it, I know you could watch it on YouTube if you're not in America. And if you're in America, get a VPN and watch on YouTube because it's easier that way.
Wait, what?
All IMSA races are on YouTube.
Yeah, I know that, but not for the States?
No, America. I can't remember who it's through. I think it's NBC still. So it might be Peacock.
Oh my gosh.
So.
Wow. Oh, well, yeah, we're lucky up here then because it's so easy to watch it on YouTube.
Yeah. It's one of the best things IMSA does is put everything on YouTube.
Yeah.
So.
It makes it so accessible.
It does. And that's all you need is just to get fans interested. Keep it on YouTube. Anyway,
yeah. So we've got some good racing coming up this weekend. And yeah, like next week we'll talk in depth about the 24-hour of Daytona because I am very excited to see my faves out on track again. And also IMSA is by far one of the most exciting series in racing right now.
Yeah.
It produces such good racing.
No, definitely. But moving on from that, we're going to talk about I guess our green flags, our yellow flags, and our black flags for this week.
Yes. Oh yes, I've got a couple of green flags.
Okay.
What do you have this week?
I got a yellow and a black.
A yellow and a black. Okay, so why don't we start with the positive? I'll start with some green flags. So, green flag, NASCAR finally got that god awful playoff format. So we are finally getting a new format. They're kind of bringing back the chase. So a lot of people, from what I've seen, the reception of it is very positive. A lot of fans are very happy about this move. It's going to keep it a lot more fair. And, the hope for this is that we'll actually get champions in NASCAR that have had consistent seasons, and we won't be in these positions where we're left with a champion where we're like, but did they really deserve it though?
Yeah.
So
It's a very
really
good compromise.
yes, it is.
Because
Like, it still has that element because like there's a cutoff for it, but
Yes.
you're still at the end of the day, you're competing against like the best of the best points wise for the championship.
There is that, but also you need to have an absolute ridiculous run to go from the back of it to the front.
Mhm.
The way they are spacing out the point difference to start the new chase from first to 16,
Mhm.
essentially the top 8 are the ones that are going to be in play for the championship.
Right.
You're going to have a ridiculous winning streak to go from the back of that to the front. Not impossible, but I think it'll be kind of fair to set the field that way. And again, one thing they said in the press conference, they hated them talking about making the playoffs when you won a race. I agree. Make the race mean something. Winning a race should be a fun and important thing. So yeah, I think it's a great deal.
Yeah.
Is it 100% what I want from NASCAR? No, I would have preferred full season points. But this is probably the best you're going to get from NASCAR, the organization, in its current form and identity without absolutely tearing everything up. So for that, it's good.
Yeah. So I'm excited. It's nice though that like the change that we thought was coming was actually like a change that got implemented. So it's nice. Thank goodness. Good riddance of that playoff format that everyone hated.
Yeah, they knew it had to go. They did. It was terrible.
Yeah. It was not a good year for NASCAR. 2025, not a good year for NASCAR.
Yeah, especially the way it ended. We're gonna probably get into that later, but
yeah.
Another green flag.
Okay. Another green flag is Spike's 24-hour Daytona livery. So AO Racing announced a few days ago or last week, they put out the video for Spike's gold livery. It might be the sexiest car I've ever seen. I love it so much. It is so nice.
Okay. I got nothing to say because that's yours. I'm not jumping on that. Listen, it's great. It looks great, but I don't have this obsession with Spike as you do, so I'm just going to let you have it.
Okay, you know what? That's fair. To each their own. To each their own. You're wrong, but to each their own. Anyway, those were my 2 green flags. I didn't really have any yellow or black flags that stuck out to me. So what about you?
My yellow flag of the week is mostly coming from the F1 world, and there is so much anxiety over these new rules this year.
Oh, okay.
I have seen article after article of basically people trying to downplay what they have, thinking their team's going to be bad, fans thinking that this season is going to be not as good because the new power units might not be as racy, the new regulations might not be as racy. So, again, I'm just putting a little yellow flag out there. Just a little steady yellow, not waving. Because there seems to be a lot of fears around it.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm curious to see what this year will bring. I'm excited for 2026. But also I can understand there's some anxieties out there. So let's see what happens in the F1 world. So little yellow flag.
Yeah, like I think it's fair to go into like a new year of regulations in F1 with a little bit of trepidation as to like what is going to happen. You know, in the past we've seen teams will either be on the right side of them or the wrong side, right? So
definitely
we'll have to see what happens. And I know like the cars are going to look a little bit different. They're going to be a little shorter. So I don't know how much of that we're going to actually like notice on track, but um yeah, we'll see. And like there's new power units coming in. What's Ford going to look like?
Yeah.
What's Audi going to look like?
Well, we saw it. It's very pixelated. Not clear at all. This looks like a blur.
Anyway. What a time.
Yes.
Yeah, the little teases here and there, but the new cars that are on the grid this year, it's just like okay. Anyway, yeah. We'll see what happens. Like I don't know. Honestly, new year, new delusions. Ferrari's going to be the best.
There we go. Okay. My black flag of the week, which was actually, I think, announced today. Again, I wasn't going to have anything until this happened. Jack Doohan gets dropped from Alpine.
Mm-hmm.
The reason I'm putting this is today. The reason I'm putting this as a black flag, you still had him signed, and you weren't releasing him? So either Alpine is just keeping him and just dragging him along, maybe paying him, or they just didn't want him to find another ride anywhere and absolutely screwed him for 2026.
That team is such a dumpster fire, it seems. Like they don't know what they're doing. It feels like.
They are terribly run. So,
yeah.
Black flag for Alpine.
Yeah, bad. We hate it. Okay. Well, do you have any hot takes?
I see you put one in there.
I do. I do have a hot lap, as we call it.
Take a hot lap.
I'm taking a hot lap because did you see this Cadillac F1 livery thing that they did?
Yes.
How stupid is that? Like, come on. No, but like you're not doing anything with it. What is the point? It's not a livery. You literally just showed up. You're showing up to the shakedown and nobody cares about it. No one cares about this. Why do we need a reveal?
Not even that. I hate testing or like one-off liveries or liveries you're not going to use. In general, they suck. And I will agree with that. However, counterpoint, I have the graphic designer on staff. I got to pay for him to do something. And that's why you have all these bullshit liveries.
So stupid. It's just so stupid. I think the way that, like, first off, I think, like, the Cadillac logo on the back of the car, like, blown up the way it is ugly. I kind of understand the whole, like, names of the people who, like, put the team together. Sure. Nice. But who cares? Who cares? We're not even testing.
It would make more sense if you had some kind of sponsors on there and you did it for the sponsors, but you're just doing it for the sake of doing it. Yeah, no, I agree.
For what? So the people, like, so we can talk about Cadillac F1 coming into the series. I'm like, we've already been talking about that. We've been talking about Cadillac since we knew it was coming in. I mean, like, we've talked about Valtteri and Sergio coming back. Like, I just, like, it's just so pointless and it's ugly. It's monochrome and gross, and why?
So in terms of a hot lap, I'm actually going to say this isn't that fast because I don't think this is that hot of a take. It might be in corporate world, it might be, but I think for us as fans, I think more people agree with you. I think
maybe
there is a pointlessness to having these launches. So
it's my hot take of the week for the people that are super excited for Cadillac and probably their mouths watered when they saw this photo. So,
fair enough.
Oh, well. Anyway, you don't have any hot takes this week?
Honestly, nothing.
Nah, racing hasn't really started yet. Like, we'll get into, like, we're going to have a lot of hot laps when racing starts and we see some really interesting
When we get
moves.
into the seasons, 100%. I love me a hot take, so I will happily have them.
Oh, we know. Yeah. Okay. So, like, there's so much that's going to happen over the course of the year.
Oh, fine.
I can't wait for...
I got a hot take.
All right. What's your hot take?
Okay. There needs to be a heated rivalry, but for racing. And that's my hot take.
That's not a hot take.
No,
Oh,
it's
that is a
not.
hot take.
But it's
No,
a hot
you're
take.
no. It's a hot take.
Exactly.
For anybody who's seen Heated Rivalry and is listening, anybody who hasn't seen Heated Rivalry, actually go watch it. It's really good.
Okay, so because Heated Rivalry is Crosby Ovechkin fan fiction, would the F1
Oh.
equivalent be like Hamilton Alonso? No, probably couldn't be.
No. Uno moment. Sorry. Let's consult the fan fiction world. There's been tons.
I know there
Leclerc,
is,
Verstappen's been one.
but
Oh,
like,
Verstappen Hamilton was a big one.
I'm trying to think of like over their careers. Okay, the Verstappen Hamilton one I think would be weird because of the age gap.
Excuse me, age is but a number?
I'm trying to think of like in the Heated Rivalry sense, the guys that come through at the same time, or they go through their whole career at the same age.
Oh, what about like Russell and Lando? Or who does Russell hate? Everybody. But who does Russell really hate? Who had a good beef? I think Russell and Lando. I think that's fair.
I'm now checking up like the 20.
Or no, Russell Verstappen?
Is 2015 the year I'm thinking of? You know, no, it has to be this. The only two guys on the grid from 2015 would make an absolutely fantastic fan fiction. Max Verstappen, Carlos Sainz. Let's go.
Smooth operator.
Yeah, instead of all things she said, it's smooth operator playing. You know what? Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
Someone pitch this.
So, okay, Jacob Tierney, if you're listening, this is your next big show on Crave.
Anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all we got for hot takes.
Yeah. All right, like let's move on to news of the week. So there's been a lot of stuff that's happened in racing since we have recorded last, since we've chatted. A few things that are more recent than others, so we'll just kind of go through them. McLaren announced their first driver for their 2027 hypercar program in WEC.
And who is it?
Don't know who he is.
Oh, well. Wow.
I've never heard of this guy. Hold on 1 second. I will bring up the guy. You might know who it is, but I have never heard of him. Mikael Jensen.
No, I'm not familiar with this game.
Former Peugeot driver.
Again,
he's Danish.
Not familiar with this game.
Oh, okay. So he's older. He's 31. But let's see. He's going to be at the Daytona 24-hour. I don't know. Again, never heard of him, but cool. Like McLaren is obviously like planning and getting their program ready for 2027 to enter WEC. So good for them.
I feel like their WEC program will not be as good though, just because they
maybe
are so far behind everyone else.
True. Very true. Anyway, do you have anything else to add to that piece?
No, not really, actually. No.
I know,
good,
it's like,
good
cool.
for them. Yeah, good for McLaren. You did something. Good job, guys.
Yeah. Okay, so back to the world of F1. Yuki still hasn't signed a contract. So, like, I guess it was rumored that he'd be sticking with Honda because Honda pulled out of Red Bull. So, officially. But they also wanted, like, away from F1. But I thought, like, wasn't there rumors that Honda's coming back with Aston Martin?
Yes.
Right? Yeah,
That's
okay.
correct.
So, Yuki, it was assumed that perhaps he would be sticking with, like, Honda and signing a contract with them. Still hasn't signed anything, so Yuki is still kind of out in the world without a seat. So, like, who knows what he's going to be doing?
I'm going to guess he is just off the grid. He may hang around F1, and then by the end of it, he might just get a seat for next year if, say, Alonso or Stroll really struggles this year.
So do you think, like, there's a reserve driver position that he'll probably end up taking?
Probably, yeah. I think so.
Yeah. It'd be nice to see Yuki still around. Like, I still think he's a great driver. I think Red Bull is just such a hard program to be in because it's so cutthroat.
Yeah.
And I think, did you read, like, Sergio's comments about being in Red Bull? It's a really, sorry. It's
Way
a
to
really
hit the
difficult.
mic. Amateur
It's a
hour.
really, I know, sorry. Anyway, it's a really difficult position to be in because everything you do is compared to Max.
Yeah.
And I can imagine that it's a lot of pressure to not only be compared to your teammate all of the time, but also you're trying to drive a car that is tuned to Max. And he's a very particular type of driver. So if you don't possess the same style that he does, you're naturally going to struggle. So on it, like it sounds like Red Bull kind of creates an environment where people can only fail unless you're Max Verstappen. And that has got to be really tough. So I can imagine, like, no wonder they've gone through second drivers like no tomorrow.
Yeah, I think like for Yuki, it's hard to kind of be in that environment at Red Bull and look good and then have prospects coming out of that. So if he's unsigned, again, I could just see him kind of sticking around. He's been in F1 for a while. We've seen guys who are dropped in F1 come back. Like, I don't necessarily think he'll be gone for long, but just maybe not this year. And that's why I could see him filling a reserve role. Or if someone struggles this year, he may have to jump to another team. Like, it's just the way it is.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I mean, you never know. And, like, F1, you know, things are always changing, especially driver seats. So, yeah, we'll see. And, like, hopefully there is a future for Yuki there. But, you know, like, I feel bad for him. Like, I think he wanted that for so long too, right? Like he stuck it out in oh my gosh, what is there? The
V-carb?
Racing Bulls, V-carb,
Sure. The Visa
Toro
Cash App
Rosso.
Racing,
Yeah,
AlphaTauri.
take your pick, AlphaTauri. Like he stuck with that for so long to eventually attain that seat and then ends up getting, you know, Liam Lawson gets chosen over him. And it kind of felt like nobody really believed in him at Red Bull. So yeah, like it kind of sucks to see that he's not being brought back and he was just thrust into a position that, yeah, like I think it's just set up to make the second drivers fail, intentionally or not, right? Like I'm not saying that they like want them to fail, but it just is how like it's inevitable when you're comparing to a 4-time world champion.
Agreed. So
yeah,
is what it is. Good luck for him. We'll see what the future is for Yuki.
Yeah, we will see. Okay, so
I like this news one.
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah. So from the world of NASCAR, Tony Stewart is going to return to the Truck Series for the season opener for the first time in 20 years.
Yeah, that's a win. Like everyone loves Tony Stewart. He's been around the sport forever. And yeah, I definitely think him getting back in a car and racing is fun. And the Truck Series, I think, may have faded in the last few years of like relevancy. It's not as popular, I think, as it was maybe 10 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think it's still good to see. I think, is he racing with Ram? I think he is. Pull it up here.
Hold on, I'm gonna bring it up. Behind the wheel of a Ram truck for Cowlig Racing.
Yeah. So, because he's got a Dodge relationship, I think, with his what's it called team, NHRA team. So it's drag racing. So it makes sense that he's getting involved there, and it's just I think this is Ram's first race back into Truck Series. So it makes sense to maybe get a big name and kind of get people to support you. So
nice.
It's a good move, I think. It's smart. It's fun. We'll see how he does. He's been a while since he's been in NASCAR. So.
I mean, 20 years. A lot's changed, I'm sure. But I can also imagine, like, part of it's probably just, like, riding a bike. But,
no, definitely not. It's physical in those things. You know how fit you have to be in a fucking car?
That's true. Well, and the trucks, I don't know, like, how much different the trucks would be. We used to get them at CTMP, and it's kind of sad that they haven't been back in a few years. Their contract ran out with the track, but I don't know. We'll see if they ever come back. It would be cool. I've never seen them, but from what I understand, it was a really, really exciting race that we would get at CTMP. So, but yeah, like this is really exciting. It's always nice to have like a familiar face come back to the sport, even if it's just for one race. It's always nice to have them around. So I can imagine that there's a lot of people who are really thrilled with this.
Yeah, I am. I'm looking forward to it. So I wasn't probably planning on watching the truck race. Now I have a reason to.
There you go.
So
okay.
Final, I think, bit of NASCAR news. I think it'd be remiss if we don't talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
And that is the tragedy that is the 2025-26 offseason, the world of NASCAR. Like in December alone, you had obviously the Biffle family plane crash, which is tragic and
so sad.
Especially after all the good stuff Greg Biffle did during the hurricane relief and flying supplies out to people in his own helicopter. Amazing, and just tragic that him and his family died like that. And then, like, was it like a week, maybe like less than 2 weeks later? Denny Hamlin's parents had a fire.
Their house burned down.
And Denny's dad also was killed as a result of that. Again, just fucking devastating. And I think all of NASCAR and the NASCAR community was like, let's get to 2026 because this is some bullshit.
Yeah, so. And like absolute tragedies. You just never want to see that happen, and it's sad. It's just so sad.
It is. Like sometimes there's not a whole lot you can say about it. Just damn, that's tragic. That's sad. Heart goes out to family, to friends, to all that, and unfortunately, we then move on because that's the way of life.
Yeah. So like our last piece of news that we have on our list for this week is news that hits a little close to home, very close to home for us, and hopefully will directly impact us. But CTMP has new ownership officially.
Yes, that was announced end of last year. We may have talked about it. I don't recall if we did. But yes, new ownership for the track. I think it's a good thing. It's the new owners are it's Pfaff?
What? Yeah,
Pfaff, Thompson, and someone else. I can't remember the third. Pfaff, obviously the name should be familiar because it's the guy that owns Pfaff Automotive. Thompson is like the richest family in Canada, so good money there.
And Alec Kristajic?
Sure.
Kristajic, former CEO of Wind Mobile.
Oh, that's actually pretty sick.
Yeah. So I guess he has a vested interest in racing, so we love that.
I don't care. I just want the money, and I want the money to go to the track, okay? Let's upgrade the track. Let's upgrade our comms. Let's get those lines fixed.
Yes, there's like a wish list that we have as marshals. I mean, number one on the wish list will always be, can we please get a new landline? It costs a lot of money, but this
what do you mean? Our landline's
far...
perfect. It's not an issue at all. We're not going to lose any safety rating for the track if we don't have that landline. Why?
Anyway, our radios not work. It's not the workflow we want on a corner. So I think honestly, getting a new landline would be an awesome investment. I don't know what else would trickle down. Like, would they invest in better lunches for us instead of our sandwich?
Maybe some better infrastructure. Like the be great actually if you upgraded some of the little fencing around the place. Especially like a great place could be upgrades, like maybe like the pedestrian fencing around like turn 4 area.
Yeah. Like there are some like there's like cosmetic upgrades that need to be done, like
I'm just thinking
the potholes in the roads.
That's obvious. Just where fans sometimes wander into the trackside stuff, and you're like, guys, get the hell out of here.
Yeah, I think there needs to be definitely a revamping of that because I think there needs to be a little bit more clear boundaries between what is the spectator side of the fence and what is our side of the fence.
Yeah.
Because for anybody who loves to go and spectate, it is a lot on the marshals to have to police spectators when they're in areas they're not supposed to be
Oh,
in.
the people that wander into the woods on the infield are a
Oh.
special kind of psycho and stupid. One,
Yeah.
they wander through the densest part of the track. The track does not keep clear at all because they don't want people to go there. It's like tick infested. It is terrible. And then you wander out to the wall right next to the track, and then it's like,
Yeah.
guys, what are you doing?
Yeah, and then like every single time we call security, they always leave and it's why? Why? We're wasting resources here.
I know our security too. Not many of them are making that trek through the woods anyway.
No, and neither are the rent-a-cops. So
Exactly.
yeah, I mean like there's a lot of things that could happen, but I do think it's really good for the track and I think there's good things coming with it. Like yeah, there's going to be a lot of money, but I think that, with FAF kind of being involved, FAF is very active at the track, so has a vested interest in making it better. So yeah, I think good things are on the horizon for CTMP. And we'll see. We'll
Yeah.
see when we get there. They've got a few months. Figure it out.
I think that's true. So
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's kind of it for news of the week. Our last kind of fun segment that we want to introduce is merch of the week.
You just want to show off what you got for Christmas.
Yeah, I do.
Man, this is bullshit.
I do want to show off. Okay, so my merch of the week is in line with it being the 24-hour of Daytona in about a week and a half. For Christmas, Peter got me the Rexy plush.
Boo you.
The Spike plush and Roxy. Even though we don't get to see Roxy as much, she doesn't come out to play as much as Spike and Rexy does. She is adorable and I love it. But I am the proud mother of Rexy and Spike.
I have my merch of the week here. It's my cat. He just appeared. He does that. And he gives everyone bad luck. Yeah, you got your Rexy and your Spike. Whoop-de-doo.
No, it's very exciting. They are awesome.
I am kind of
obviously,
that. That is cool.
It is really cool. I will also say that the other merch of the week that I haven't bought yet, but it's on my list, is the Rexy Lego set.
Isn't that sold out?
Not at Mastermind Toys.
Oh, well. Now that you say that, I'm going to go buy them all up because I'm pretty sure they are a hot commodity right now.
They are a hot commodity. They temporarily sold out, I think, within hours of them being released on January 1st. It's a very hot commodity, but I think it also kind of says a lot about how popular IMSA and Rexy are.
Yes.
So
I got to build some damn Legos. Man.
Yeah, you do. You have too many.
I know. I got to get those started. Might run out of time.
You really do.
Yeah. Anyway. So yeah.
Anyway, that's it.
Fair enough. There's something else I was going to talk about. But I can't remember it now. Oh yes, 2026 for marshalling this year for us to end on a little bit of a marshal note. What are you most excited for? Event to marshal.
Montreal in May.
Okay.
Because I think it's going to be interesting. So Montreal this year is a little bit different because we're getting a sprint race. So I'm really excited to see how that goes, how that impacts our schedule as marshals. But overall, like, it's always a race that I look forward to, and even though it's really long days, it's super fun. The group that we put together to go is just a lot of fun. And we're always laughing, and it's always lovely to see the groundhogs. And we just kind of hope that none of them get smushed.
They always do, though, don't they?
They do. They do. But yeah, so that's what I'm looking forward to the most. What about you?
I think the one I'm looking forward to the most is Victoria Day.
Oh, okay.
Yes. First big event of the year.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm thinking that one should be a good one.
Yeah, like I think too with Victoria Day, like the vibes are really high. Like nobody has lost their will to
Exactly.
keep doing things.
Fresh crop of new people, new QEs.
Yes,
As
hopefully.
a no longer QE, I am looking forward to.
Yeah, I know you're an adult, Marshall. Now you're no baby.
Yes, thank you. I have responsibilities.
Yes. Yeah, now you gotta like be the guy. If you're like, if it's like you and a captain and a QE, yeah,
exactly.
you're gonna be the guy.
Exactly. Oh, if I die,
Get that cardio going.
That's a good idea. I actually probably should get that cardio going.
Get that cardio going, because if you do super bikes this year, running is
I'm not
inevitable.
doing super bikes. Well, no one needs to see that, like 2 accidents or 2 tragedies on a track at once. A biker down and me trying to run. Like, ugh.
Yeah, probably not a good time. Yeah, you wouldn't want to do it.
Yes, exactly.
Never mind.
That's right. Anyway, so is that all we have for our very first episode this week? Should we do a little checkered flag?
Checkered flag.
Thank you for listening to Marshal Matters. If you enjoyed the show, remember to leave a rating and a comment, and also follow so you don't miss an episode. And don't forget, if you want to get involved in motorsports, the easiest way to do so is by marshalling at your local track. Join our cult.